We spend a good part of our growing up striving for independence. Whether we're a child learning to tie their shoes, get dressed by themselves, I can do it by myself, I can do it on my own. As teenagers, we have all the answers. We don't need any help. We're always consistently striving to do things on our own. And even as young adults, proving that we can live away from home on our own and get things done like they need to be done. We, for the most part, are lovers of self. We're worried about ourselves. What can I do to survive? It kind of goes against, and it makes it a little difficult, kind of a hurdle to even become a Christian. Being able to submit to God and say that I am weak and that I need help and that I need you daily. But also with prayer in general, and very similar to what John said this morning, and most men that come up and speak in front of the group, talking to yourself, it's kind of a gut punch on trying to get things straight in your life as you go along. But as we talk about adoration, at a young age, we're not very good at giving praise to others. We're worried about ourselves. We definitely don't want to say when we've done wrong and confess anything. And at times we have a difficult time being thankful because things are sometimes easy for us, and if they are, then it's something that I've done. And we feel weak sometimes whenever we ask for needs to be taken care of. So it can be difficult. It's not until you kind of get a better understanding of the love of family that you see the other aspect that I wanted to talk about. Whether you're a husband or wife, a parent, I would even throw aunts and uncles in there as well. And I do have to say, I'm sorry, I don't include grandparents, because grandparents will just willy-nilly, just everything you need no matter what happens. But until you understand that you would do something for somebody else out of love, we get a better understanding of what God is waiting on to do for us. Now, I've got a couple of analogies, and they are not meant to be a parallel to God, but just something for us to think about. I like the TV show The Voice. For those of you that don't know what The Voice is, it's singers. They match up with a coach, and these coaches are professional singers. Okay, they're celebrities. And they have unlimited access to these coaches, for the most part. I wouldn't say unlimited, but they have access to these coaches that help build them along, help them grow. And you can see through the season how much, they're good to begin with, but how much they grow when they allow themselves to be coached or taught how to think outside of their world. And whatever it is that you're interested in, if you're a musician and you had unlimited access to Beethoven, you could talk to Beethoven and learn how to play the piano and be able to access him at any time. I feel like we would do that. And whether you're an athlete, whatever it may be, somebody that you look up to, if you were a pitcher and you could talk to Nolan Ryan whenever you wanted to, I know that we would take advantage of that. But do we understand what we have in our God, the creator of the universe, there for us anytime we need him? The same God that walked with Adam, the same God that talked to Noah, the same God that walked with Moses and helped him. And Ben and I taught the high school class this last quarter with Joshua and Judges, and we see, and I learned as well, and just kind of, they're all stories that we know, but it's good to be remembered of those, that Joshua prayed to God and he was successful. Okay, you can take anybody that is a Bible character, and when they rely on God, they're successful. So, why do we make excuses about our prayer life? Do we discount the fact that, you know what, there's a lot going on in this world? I don't think I need to bother God with my needs. You know what, I had a lot of needs last month. You know what, I'm going to take this month off, whatever. We make excuses, and those excuses are actually limitations put on God. God is all powerful. He's there for us anytime we need him, and he's the creator of the universe. I don't think there's anything that we can do to put him in a bind. We don't have to not approach him because we think something is very, very minor. God can handle it. And we need to know that. We need to remember that. And I'm sure we know that. But again, tonight we looked at adoration. We need to praise our God. The God of the Old Testament is our God today. We need to confess our sins. We fail him far too often. We need to be able to know that we can approach him and get right in his eyes. Be thankful. We have so much to be thankful for. We could spend hours in prayer on just thanksgiving. And yes, we can go to him in time of need for supplication. So, challenge to myself, but to us all, just as a reminder how great our God is and the access, the ease that we have to speak to Jehovah in any manner that we need. It's easy to pray for others. We don't go to him in time of our need because we feel sometimes that we're weak. We are weak. But we need God. And God's waiting. He is waiting there for us. So tonight, if you don't have a relationship with God, the same God that I've talked about, tonight's a great night to understand that he's waiting, patiently waiting, like a parent waiting for their child that's in need. He's not going to force himself on us, but just understanding who he is and that he loves us so much that he's done all these things for us and he's waiting for us. If you would like to become a Christian and start your relationship with Jesus tonight, we can do that for you. If you need the prayers of the congregation, if there's something that you're struggling with, we can definitely do that as well. The prayers we've had tonight have been fantastic. They're uplifting. And we can do that for you if you have that need. If you have any need this evening, we ask that you go to the back while we stand and